The Build Brothers back again, as you can see. This is the engine that I'll be putting in the 240Z right here. This is a JDM 2JZ-GTE.
2JZ engine.
What did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what? This will decimate all after. You put about 15 grand in it or more if we have to. Overnight parts from Japan.
It came out of, I believe, an Aristo. It originally had an automatic transmission attached to it. In a box over there I have a 6-speed CD009 transmission from a 370 or 350Z. I will be deleting power steering and air conditioner because my car's not going to have either of those. I got this engine from a company called JDM Tennessee. It only took, I don't know, maybe 4 days for them to get it to me after I paid for it, which is pretty insane. On the downside, it didn't come with an ECU and it was supposed to. I called them up, they shipped it out. There was an issue with the address on the box they shipped it in, and they're shipping it out again. So I got this engine a little over 3 weeks ago now, and I still don't have the ECU, so I haven't been able to test start it. But they do have a 30-day warranty, and I believe for me it will start from when I actually receive the ECU. If you receive the engine and ECU together, I believe it's from that point. But anyway, I will be keeping it stock. It's going to be using the 2 stock turbos. Other than deleting those 2, it's pretty much going to be as you see it here. I'm going to pull the whole wiring harness off and redo it so it's a standalone harness for the ECU, because I don't really have a body harness for this car. It's going to be bare minimum turn signals and stuff. In the future videos, you'll see me wiring up the ECU to it, test starting it, doing a compression check on it, and I'm probably, once I get it running, if I can verify that it's not running incorrectly, I'm going to run seafoam through it and let it idle on the stand for quite a while. There's a bit of corrosion on the coolant tubes and stuff, so I'm going to run citric acid and distilled water through the coolant system as well. That should help clear out a lot of the deposits. I'll have to get a smaller belt. I already have the engine mounts and the adapter plate to mate it to that 350Z transmission. Yeah, so it's really just going to be a bunch of pulling the obsolete stuff off, like power steering and all that crap, cleaning it up a little bit. I'm going to check under the valve cover and in the oil pan for any wear on those bearings. I'll pull the crank bearing caps off and the cam bearing caps off, and just look at the bearings and make sure none of them are scored. Looking in the oil cap, there's a bit of residue in there, which worries me a little bit because this is supposed to be a 50 to 60,000 mile engine, which is probably not the case, but that's okay. If I do have an issue with it down the road, it's going to be torn down completely and rebuilt by a shop, and it's going to be built with aftermarket parts. But for now, because I turned it over and it seems to be spinning freely, and I have a feeling the compression is going to be fine. There was quite a bit of resistance that I could feel that was compression when I turned it over with a breaker bar. But yeah, I do have to find a rear sump oil pan, which apparently is nearly impossible. Everywhere on eBay, people are only selling the front sumps, and the rear sumps are more useful for whatever reason. And for some reason, there is no company that actually makes an aftermarket rear sump pan for this, which kind of baffles me because of how rare they are, or rare they seem to be at least. Yeah, so just wanted to show you guys the engine that will be going into the 240Z. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like these videos and if you want to see more. And if you're interested in Mustangs, my brother's also doing that on this channel. He's building his, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.